today. It's a chainsaw. As you've seen in the description, no need to try to hide it. It's a pretty good package. Just got a power head. I was looking at a couple other chainsaws and a 45cc chainsaw, Pro Run, and then I think the Ridgeline. They were all 45cc's, and they were all exactly the same like build. And then I came across this, which was just the power head, and I figured I wouldn't really want the chain and bar on those other saws anyway, so I went with this one because say $40 cheaper than the other ones, and I'll be able to just get the chain and bar that I want. So came with some pretty cool packaging. It came with some pretty neat packaging. Let me take the saw out. So there's no room for it to really move around in there. Came with all this protective type of packaging. Looks like it has an external chain brake, external clutch, whatever you want to call it. I don't know the specific terminology on these chainsaws. Maybe I should keep my nice. Came with some tools. Looks like the dogs maybe aren't installed. Safety precautions because they're in the bag, or at least it's one set. Okay. Came with some mixture jug. You guys really use these things ever? when you get your chainsaws, I'm sure they might come in handy every now and then, but I mean, I've had this thing for, God, 10 years for all in. It's just been sitting around. I think I've used it once though, so, but I definitely didn't use, it smells like I had some arch oil in there, just some diesel treatment. So it definitely wasn't mixing fuel, I'll tell you that much. Good old instruction manual, need that. Safety first, guys. Alright, there's that. What we've all been waiting for. I'm gonna kick this to the side here. Yeah, they really packaged it well. Thing's not gonna fly out anywhere. What do we have? What is the original design? Well, if I really wanted to get it running right now, I guess I'll have to go get some fuel. So we're back. Got some fuel at the store, just some 91 pump fuel. Mixed it 25 to 1 because in the manual it says run it for 20 hours. And then you can go to 50 to 1. So we'll just keep it like that for There's a gallon in there. We'll run a couple gallons through it, 25 to 1, and then we'll go to like 40 to 1. Alright, get these dogs installed. Kind of skimpy little things, but it is just a 45cc saw. So, as you guys seen, it's the Joncutter g4500. Looks like it came with a I have not checked if I'm guessing the carb is just a flathead screwdriver. That's my hope. That's another reason why I didn't go with one of those other saws, because like I said, there was a Pro Run that was an exact same design, just different colors, and then the Ridgeline 45cc is basically the same exact thing. I don't know about, I haven't looked at their parts diagram and compared them yet. I don't know if I'm gonna either, because I've already bought this saw, so I mean, it came with a full metal rack, which I thought was pretty cool, but the other ones did too, so take your pick there. I'm not sure if the Ridgeline did go, but the Pro Run did. Pro Run's a different color. This one's orange. I'll keep it orange. Anyways, what do you guys think about that air filter? These screen filters seem to get a little dirtier, a little faster, but that carb on there is pretty huge. I don't know if you guys can see that, but yeah, that carb is massive. So I did talk to someone about porting this. I'm not sure if they were interested, but I think I'll just, it wasn't a super expensive saw. I'm not sure if I want to put any money into it. Like, the whole point of this saw is just to keep it cheap. And I think I'll just go in there and do some basic porting myself, maybe check the squish and see what kind of cylinder it has, but alright. I'll get some fuel in this, get some oil put in it, put the dogs on, get a chain and bar on it, and get back at you guys. Do you guys always just run pump fuel, or do you guys like the ethanol stuff? Not a huge fan of pump fuel, if I can be honest here. The BP Racing brand in general has just a better aroma to it. I use it in all my stuff. Anyway, let's take some pulls at it. Choke on. Got bar oil coming out, so throw a bar and chain on this, and then put it in some wood. Definitely seems like it's running a bit too rich. Maybe it's the exact opposite, but bit better. Hell, I'm not even giving it much gas at all, or much throttle. I'm probably gonna do that for a bit till it breaks in. I'm running a full chisel chain, freshly sharpened. I think you should always do that. I'll try to keep a sharp chain on it every time, but that thing seems like it's gonna pull good, and it's loud, but yeah, I think this thing rips, man. Pulls good. I think it's only going to get better as it breaks in too. Pretty nice. She pulls good. Put an 18-inch bar and chain on it, which I'm going to do. See if we're going to be pulling a lot better. Take a look at the air filter real quick, see how that looks. Yeah, she's spotless. That's good. That means it might not do too bad. It's a gigantic air filter. Yeah, I think we'll be able to get some good gains out of this chainsaw. Saw's life. I'll tell you that much. That is one bad saw right out of the box. Yeah. I'm sure some people are going to say, man, that thing rips harder than your Echo. Hell, they're so close, and yeah, we'll just see what happens. You know, that's our baseline. We'll sharpen up the chain, do some work on it, and bring the saw back out, because I'd really like to break it in a little bit more, but hell, let's see what we can do to this freaking thing, you know what I mean? That thing is cutting pretty snappy there, but yeah, let's see. Here's some close-ups of it. Try to get back, because like I said, that exhaust is pretty awesome. I'm not exactly sure what brand that is, if that's just some Chinese brand, which I'm sure it is. It looks pretty neat. You can see the exhaust has some dual ports there already. I'll take it off here in a second, just letting it cool down a bit. It wasn't super hot. It's heat soaked now, so it's all over like the machine. But yeah, it was relatively mild to run. And the air filter seems to hold up really well. It's one of those like mesh filters, so not the best, I think, in my opinion. What do you guys think about that? And but it seems like if it wasn't a mesh filter, if it was a cotton filter, it would have been, I think it would have been a whole lot better than the 4910. And I think you could have used the Gearhead 590 filter sealer, and that might work out good. And that looks pretty close to a 590. Maybe I'll take a look at that, and hopefully it'll fit on there, because that'd be pretty nice to put a paper filter on this and get some more longevity out of the saw. But we'll take a look in that cylinder there. This thing tends to want to go in like cross-threaded, so anyways, we'll deal with that in a second. Get this exhaust taken off and take a look at it. All right, and just as I suspected, the saw is very open. You can just tell by how loud it is. So everything looks great in there. Cylinder is a double ring piston. Definitely got Chinese written all over it, but I can tell you right now, the transfers you can't really see here, but a little bit. There's the top of it. You could maybe just raise them a little bit and then kind of, you know, make it to where it's not just hitting a straight wall. But yeah, definitely open up the intake, widen the transfers when I do go in there, and try to change the squish. And hopefully that'll give us at least 4 horses